Well, hi boys and girls, it's Mr. Wasemann again, and in this video we're going to talk about next steps in building our proposed site's website. Once you have your proposal confirmed by Mr. Wasemann, you can go ahead and get started by laying out your website. And I'm going to be paying particular attention to my plan for what my pages are going to be about. So I went ahead and I opened up the Google Sites app to a blank template. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the right-hand side where it says Pages. Okay. And so far, there is only one page on this Google site, and that's the home page. Now, I have a plan for a minimum of 6 pages, one for appearance, one for habitat, one for diet and food chain, their life cycle, and threats to survival. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to where it says home page, and there's a button that looks like a plus symbol, and when I hover over it, it asks me if I want to create a new page, which I do. Okay, so I just need to give this page a title, which I'm going to title it Appearance. That's going to be page 2. And when I hit done, I now have a second page. Now, my home page, I can edit to make it say something different. So instead of just saying home, I can give it the title of the topic, which is leatherback sea turtle. And as you can see, when I add a page or edit a page, over at the top right corner, the page names are added to the toolbar. Okay. Now I want to add a few more pages to that, so I'll do habitat, diet and food chain, life cycle, looks like it missed the last one I did because I didn't hit the done button. There it is. Now, when I add pages to my Google site, I can decide to change the order whenever I want. So, for example, it went from leatherback sea turtle home to diet food chain. I think I want to put the appearance page right after the home page. So I'm just going to drag and drop it. And as you can see, I can change the order of the page. And if I decide that I don't want a page within my site, I can always get rid of it. Okay, but I do want a life cycle page on my website, so I'm going to add that back in. Okay, a threats to survival page. Okay, so let me take a look at what I've put together so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I have 6 pages laid out, and I don't have any content there yet, but at least now I have a home for when I start doing the research, I can start putting things in. Now, speaking of research, you will need to add one more page to your website, and that's going to be the last page, and that's going to be for your references, okay? Because you are going to show me where you got your information and credit the authors who provided you with the information that fuels your website. Okay. And again, if you did a quick search when you were creating your proposal, you should have at least a starting point, okay, with some websites to look at. All right. Now, once you have pages added to your site, you need to start filling them. Okay, so let's take a look at the home page. Okay, now we can talk a lot about all the bells and whistles that you include, but you need a starting point for each page. And if you toggle over to where it says insert, okay, you've got some layout options. This is very similar to Google Slides, where you can choose different formations or layouts of how text and images can be laid out on a slide. Basically, you have some different configurations where you would include text and some sort of visual. Okay, for each of your features, and each page need to have a minimum of 3 features on them. You should think about including some sort of text and some sort of visual. Okay, that could be a photograph, an illustration, a map, a diagram, link to a video, a GIF, whatever you like, but there has to be some sort of visual component that pairs with text to make it a feature. Okay. Now, I think for my title page, I'm going to choose this layout where we have 3 images and 3 text boxes. And that's because I have to have a minimum of 3 features, and I want to talk about that turtles are reptiles, turtles are vertebrates, and turtles are cold-blooded. Okay, so I'm just going to click that box, and immediately I'm given access to this information right here. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to do some research to fill these text boxes and fill these features with some photos. Okay, so that is going to be my next step in my creation. I have to have something to say about leatherback sea turtles, okay, as I'm building the layout of my page. Okay. One last thing before I let you go, and that is before you go any farther in your construction, you need to title your file, your Google site file that's going to be stored within your Google Drive so you can find it easy. So I'm just going to title it the name of my topic, leatherback sea turtles. Okay. And then my title page right here, I might do the same thing. Okay, now that's going to be different than my title of my site. Okay. Okay. So as I toggle from one page to the next, okay, it's going to give me the names of the pages I gave it. Okay. I just changed the name of the home page, which did not have a title. Okay. So this is your starting point. You need a framework for your information to live in within your Google site, and by creating pages that you've already designated based on your proposal, that's a good starting point. Now again, the order of the pages, the number of pages, what goes on the pages will change and evolve as you are creating. Okay, but with every project, you need to have a plan to start with. Okay, once you have a starting point, the creation will go pretty quickly. Okay, good luck and have fun with this, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.